Welcoming everybody back live to the Rojas City Invitational Tournament deep in the heart of Rojas City. Japheth Quininola, Derek Quininola for day number 3, Derek game number 2. And we have an all-Australian battle. Derek is Team UAC and Team BK. Team UAC doesn't have a W yet. Team BK undefeated. Something's got to give here in this tournament. Either Team BK continues their hot streak in winning ways, or Team UAC finally picks up a W.
Yeah, for Team BK to add on to the undefeated streak, they got to continue to use their size. That has worked for them here thus far in the tournament, beating LaSalle and Perpetual Help and Adamson. And they're going to have a tough time here with the size of UAC on the other side. If you're Team UAC, the way you can try and upset Team BK is to let them shoot. Overall in this tournament, Overall in this tournament, Team BK is shooting just 29% from 3. So if you're Team UAC, you got to make them shoot from the perimeter and limit your turnovers.
Going to be very important for Team Brian and Curl to take advantage of their size against Team UAC. Meanwhile, for Team UAC, their whole offense, can they finally get it going from the perimeter knockdown shots? James Spencer and Solomon Cool going to be a big part of their game today.
Yeah, Jack, the starters for Team UAC has done a really good job of carrying the offensive load, but they need more for the bench. Jacob Orim has been the lone bright spot for Team UAC off the bench, but other than that, they need more from guys like Murray Marks and Solomon Cool, who has yet to score in double figures in this entire tournament.
Brian Curl Academy and Team UAC all the way from Keysborough. They're going to lock horns in a bit, folks. Another epic matchup coming your way with the Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. We'll be right back for more basketball action.
It's me.
Featuring Uac-Keysborough versus Brand Curl Company. And now let's get the players first from Uac-Keysborough. Starting number 0, Montiel Pulverger. Number 2, Ball Back. Number 3, Glenn Andre. Number 6, Cody. Number 7, Saul Cool. Number 8, Ray Fingers. Number 9, Jonathan Burnett. Number 11,
siya, naigabiyaan. Secure ba?
Paminaw mo, ayun si Tanga.
And now let's time to get the starters of both teams. First from Uac-Keysborough. Starting from number 3, Trent Andre. Also number 12, James Spencer. Also number 13, All Back. Also number 11, Jack Lloyd. And the starters of and coach and now let's get this over to Brad Pearl Company. Starting number 2, Captain Kai McCarthy. Also number 2, Witness. Also number 1, Max Kerr. Also number 7, Marcy Waker. And starting number 14, Gordon Sealer. And coach Tom Kerr. The tournament represents Papa Spencer, and executive director, Mickey Lavivas.
Welcoming everybody back live to the Rojas City Invitational Tournament. Japheth Kinyanola, Derek Kinyanola. Derek, it's an all-Australian matchup. Our first game of day, not the first game of day number 3, our first game of this afternoon, sorry.
Yeah, Jeff, going to be a big game here for Team UAC to finally get their first one of the tournament and avoid possible elimination, because if they lose this one, it's going to be very hard. It's not going to be impossible, but it's going to be very hard for them to advance to the next round.
So far in this entire tournament for Team BK, Max Curley leads them in scoring, averaging 16 points a game. Meanwhile, down the other way, it's James Spencer for UAC, averaging 17 a game. They're going to get hot early, unable to knock down the shot that time. Matthew Burkett leads them in rebounding with averaging 10 a game. Max Curl also leads Team BK in rebounding with 7 a game. Matthew Burkett leading UAC in rebounding. Wigness averaging 5 assists a game so far in this tournament. Been a great tournament, really, for Team BK, as Machando on the rebound. Wigness out up top, defended by Trent Andre. Max Curl, Darcy Ryder, and Kurt Uac, the 5 for Coach BK. Uac pivots left-handed, unable to get it to go. Meanwhile, it's Bulbach, James Spencer, Trent Andre. Oydem out of the court with Matthew Burkett. Oydem attacking the defense of Max Curl. Wild shot. Burkett somehow able to snare the rebound. That's a traveling violation, and Matthew Burkett, Derek, so far both teams. One team is undefeated, one team hasn't picked up a W yet. What does UAC need to do in this game to really get a victory over, right now, the favorite of the tournament in Team Brian Curl?
Yeah, Jeff, Team UAC just needs to limit their turnovers. They average about 21 turnovers thus far this tournament. That can happen, especially against a team like Team BK, who will really try and force the numbers and really try to push in transition.
Transition defense is going to be very important in this game, folks. Really, for both teams as well. By the way, this game is brought to you by our team sponsors for Brian Curl Basketball Academy, NBM Construction, NLB Construction, Uac-Keysborough, B-Shine Pharma for Adamson University, Kingsfield Rice Solution for De La Salle University, Wellmar Merchandising and Lux Production for the University of Perpetual Health Altas. Machando down the middle, able to knock that shot down. Uac hit the deck. But I believe there is a foul on the play. Burkett will be called for the foul. Ball will stay on this side of the floor to Brian Curl Basketball. Darcy Ryder will inbound from the baseline. Both teams really, not a lot of defensive looks.
Oh yeah, they love to keep it simple, both teams, Jeff.
Correct.
Just going for a simple man-to-man half-court defense. Unlike the college teams, they love to mix it up. with full court pressure. They even going zone sometimes, but these Australian teams thus far have only gone man-to-man exclusively.
Interestingly enough, as we say that, they show 2-3 zone. They lob it up to Seawick up top, was behind Burkek. Burkek unable to athletically deflect the basketball. Seawick went strong up and put it in. Burkek. ODM with it. Attacks. ODM. Hook shot. What a move that time by Jacob ODM. Able to sky hook with the left. Athletic play that time from one Jacob ODM there. And Darcy Ryder. We talked about him in the pregame. He is a very capable slasher. Very unique, very 2005 type game, but it works still for one Darcy Ryder.
Yeah, Jeff, Darcy Ryder's game won't wow anyone, but he does all of the basics right, and that time with an easy layup, just using his handles to his advantage.
Marchando strong to the hole. Tried to body Spencer. Spencer able to, at least defensively, get in front of him to stop the possession. James Spencer, his ability to space the floor, back even during his days with UP, such a big factor and such a big attribute to his game. Going to be so big that he maintains a level of consistency scoring-wise for UAC in this game, Derek. We've seen him have big scoring quarters, and in other quarters, he kind of cools off a little bit, and he needs to find a rhythm again late in the game. Unfortunately for UAC, in their first two games, that hasn't really been to their benefit.
Yeah, Jeff, that's going to be the adjustment that Coach Cam Andrea needs to make here for Team UAC, because every time in the first half, James Spencer goes up for like 10 to 15 points in a quarter. Then after that, in the second half, he goes cold. You have to also credit the defense from both their opponents thus far in the tournament for adjusting. But again, if they want to try and pick up a W, James Spencer needs to continue his hot shooting through the second half.
Andre now with a rock. Andre step back jump shot, unable to knock it down. Tamori Wiggness with the basketball. Team BK up by 4. Wiggness dribbling. Great defense that time by ODM. In transition, here comes Team UAC. ODM the drive, the spin, nowhere to go. This is a bit of a problem too with ODM. Sometimes he has teammates running with him, won't get it to him. But block right there from the corner, knocking it down. 8-9 now is the score. They get it to Seawick by the elbow. Seawick looking for the handoff, the pass to Machando. Shot clock reach 10 for Machando. Attacks the defense of ODM. Able to stop and go. What a move that time by Machando, Derek. Great set that time. It took Seawick out of the paint with Burkek top of the key. Great recognition by Machando. Attacked the paint, bodied up, able to get that lefty layup to fall. 11-8, ODM inside the paint. Great defense by Max Curl. Burkek the drive. Burkek puts it up, got it to go. We saw this yesterday, Derek. Team UAC off to a good start. Can they sustain that momentum?
That's been the problem for them thus far in the tournament, Jeff. Playing consistent for full 40 minutes. That time Burkek recognizing that Seawick was on the other side cherry picking already after they thought they had the steal, cruising for an easy layup because he knows no one's going to be able to block him anymore.
Burkek able to knock down the free throw. Also a very capable free throw shooter is what Matthew Burkek stands. My estimation, or your estimation as well, earlier during the pregame, probably a 7-footer. Ryder, the drive, Ryder. We talked about his slashing ability there. Darcy Ryder, his last name fits his game. Darcy Ryder explodes to the rim and gives Team BK a 2-point lead. We'll be right back, folks. back live for the Rojas City Invitational Tournament. Javeth Kinyanola, Derek Kinyanola, on behalf of Down Under Promotions. Two of Australia's finest now on the floor. 5:25 left to go. Back spin, or went for the reverse layup. The block that time by Uac, Derek. When the bigs are down there in the paint, very, very, very difficult to score inside that painted area.
The bigs for both teams have done a very good job of staying in the paint. You saw it on the previous plays there from Team BK. When their players are their bigs are off the paint, it's going to be very easy to score. As you saw Ryder with 2 easy layups on those previous possessions.
Ryder now looking to add a third layup to the back to the points that he already has, unable to get it to go. Ryder with the pick. Ryder Euros trying to squeeze his way around Matthew Burkhead. Absolutely fearless as one Darcy Ryder, Derek. Looking like Dwayne Wade from 06. Fearless attack to the rim. Uac the back tap. Burkhead controls the steal. Hit him with what looked like a Sugbo step. Sort of a Sugbo step, not really a Sugbo step. But Darcy Ryder, his aggression will be rewarded. He'll go to the line for the bonus. 6 points in the game now for Darcy Ryder. Able to knock down the free throw. 16-11 now is the score. It's a 5-point game. Spencer with a rock. They need him to get going. Machando on him. That is an offensive foul. They're looking to call that a lot more, Derek. They got to really reinforce the proper rules. And a lot of these illegal screens, moving screens, I expect that will be the biggest adjustment in the refereeing throughout the rest of the tournament.
Gotta let the guard set right, Jeff, because the bigs have to be stationary when setting the pick. It has to be the responsibility of the guards to time it right to avoid the offensive foul.
Great look from Wigness. Leo McGear just could not knock it in. Spencer with a rock. Spencer looking to attack. Jump shot open. Spencer got it. That's the part of Spencer's game that he will need to really unload. He's able to score in space. They need to put him in more situations like that where he can find something consistent at the very least through 4 quarters. Wigness with it. Wigness a try. The kick outside to Machando. Looks up at the clock. 6 to work with Machando. Attacks the paint. Great block by Andre. Ball will sail out of bounds. It should go to Team UAC. Myers will check in. Cool will check in. Burnett in as well. Nien. Spencer, the lone man, who will stay for Coach Cameron Andre. Cool will inbound the basketball. A full court press look. Man-to-man defense now for Team BK. Myers. The Spencer. The screen by Nien. Spencer, daylight, jump shot, short. Spencer retrieves, puts it up. Short once more, and the rebound will go to Jacob Gray. Machando. Myers gets back defensively. Machando the cross, outside to Wigness. Wigness will attack. Wigness going downhill. Hooks it up to Jacob Gray. Great defense by Myers, but Gray left it short. Hands everywhere. Burnett took the worst of that one, but Ryder comes up with it. Ryder, kick out to the corners. Machando out on top to Darcy Ryder. 15 to work with for Darcy Ryder. The screen by Gray. Ryder, floater up. That is a foul. Darcy Ryder, Derek, very, very aggressive here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Jeff, Darcy Ryder again with another strong, aggressive drive. And the refs have been rewarding him here with another foul, another chance for Ryder to add to his scoring tally. He's already up to 7 points now and leading Team Brian Curl here in the first quarter.
Those are huge points coming from Darcy Ryder, Derek. Their leading scorer in this tournament so far is Max Curl, averaging 17 points a game, or 16 points a game, sorry. Getting any kind of production from your other players, it's a great thing. It's a great asset to have, to say the least, as Ryder unable to knock down the free throw. Hustle for it. Ryder hunts it down. Ball is on the floor. Ryder's on the floor. Ryder hit the deck. The ball will go down the other way to Team UAC. Cool will inbound the basketball. Cool with it. Hand off to Myers. They're going under the screens. They know Burnett won't shoot it. Burnett floats in the lane, but too strong. The rebound will go to Darcy Ryder. Another rebound for Ryder. Hunter Hans now in the game for Team BK. Trying to go downhill. Lost the basketball on his way to the rim. Jump shot by John. Not able to go. Fight for the basketball. Jacob Gray secures. Outside to Ryder. Fresh shot to work with. Ryder probing. Ryder inside. Trying to hit him with the Euro step. Gray able to clean up the mess. 2:30 left to go. Team BK starting to create a little bit of separation. Cool. Jump shot. Cool puts it up. Back on the rim. Fight for the board. John comes up with it.
That's one guy that needs to get going for Team UAC, Jeff. Solomon Cool has yet to be the main guy for Team UAC thus far in the tournament. They need to get him going here if they want to try and win this game again.
Got to find a way for Cool to get better looks at the basket, probably downhill. Put him in spaces where that jump shot he can maximize and utilize it. McGear on the drive that time. He will draw the foul. Team BK, Derek, they have a lot of these great sets that they're running in the half court that allows for a lot of their players who will love to go downhill to attack downhill. Team UAC, meanwhile, down the other way, a lot of their guys are more or less scorer shooters, not necessarily shooters. Outside of James Spencer, that's going to be the key thing for them to really find a way to get them easier looks. Because so far, Team BK has done a great job defensively to start this game, Derek. Team UAC shooting 33% right now. Team BK 44% to start this game. As Dio McGear will go to the line for 2 free throws. Dio McGear so far, Derek, owns the best highlight so far of the All City Invitational Tournament. Terrific transition player, terrific two-way player for Coach Brian Curl.
He loves to use his athleticism, Jeff. It's one Dio McGear to really try and generate offense. This time, though, he uses his aggression to try and get to the free throw line.
McGear, second free throw. Up next, I believe we have De La Salle University Green Archers versus the Perpetual Help Altas. Cool with the basketball. Cool. Kick us to the corner. Myers downhill. Cool down with the dunker spot. Lost the basketball. Great defense again by Team BK. McGear in transition. The kick, one more pass. Hans thought about it, driving. Looking for the hook shot, unable to get it to go. Great defense that time by Solomon Cool. Christian check into the game. Jacob Gray will take a seat. Fast break points for Brian Curl. 6 fast break points. Team BK, no fast break points yet for Team UAC. We talked about the transition game being very important for both teams. As McGear lines up the 3. A bit too strong. The rebound will go to Burnett. McGear floating. The tip by John, no. And this time Team UAC will secure. Myers with it. Not sure what happened with the screen action by the bottom, but Andre ran into his own teammate in Kobe Edward De Bortoli.
McGear was just trying to fight hard at that screen against Andre. Was a bit too strong, and De Bortoli was not expecting that from McGear.
Also, Dale McGear happened so fast. Down in transition, 20-13. A minute and 23 left to go here in the first quarter. De Bortoli with the basketball. Myers. Andre comes out up top to receive. A deep 3 from Trent Andre. So we talked about them being scorers, shooters. You know, Andre would be better off really attacking downhill there that time, Derek.
Definitely would have been better for him to attack, and that shot was a bit way too far from what we're accustomed to, but you got to give credit to Team BK's defense. forcing Andre to settle for that very long three-pointer.
That was a good 3 feet away from the three-point line, too. Part of the basketball. Somehow Hunter Hans came up with it. The ball will go out of bounds. I believe it should stay with Team BK.
Overall in this first quarter, just the hustle from Team BK has just been on another level compared to Team UAC. A lot of multiple opportunities, a lot of steals for Team BK in this first quarter. A huge reason why they're up by 7 here in the first quarter.
20-13 is our score. Energy, effort, all things that need to happen in a basketball game for you to pick up W's, folks. Right now, Team BK winning that battle. They move it up top to Bertoli. It's to Cool. Gotta find his shot if you're Cool. 3 up from Myers. The corner pocket triple that falls for Myers. 25 ticks left to go now. Team UAC, they are looking for their very first victory as De Bertoli hits the deck. Second time now.
Oh, yes. That one was an obvious one. An obvious offensive foul from Christian Pan. I believe he wasn't pleased with something that De Bertoli did to him. He had no other choice but to give him a bit of a nudge.
That's twice also on De Bertoli for whatever reason. Solomon Cool. UAC can end this quarter on a high note. Cool with the basketball. Up top to Andre. 12 to work with now for Andre. 11, 10. Curl now called for the foul as Burnett tried to gain position by the foul line.
Max Curl is first for the Brent Curl.
10 to work with for UAC. Can they end this quarter on a high note? They are looking for their very first victory of the Rojas at the Invitational.
There's one thing with these Australian teams, Jeff. When they play, there's a lot of offensive foul calls.
There are a lot. I mean, that time, the shove by De Bertoli to create space. Well, we knew they were going to call that a lot more as the tournament will progress. They're starting now. They're sending a message to the referees as Curl nearly got that three-quarter shot to fall. Score is 20-16. It's a 4-point lead for Team Brian Curl. Team UAC looking for their very first win. Team Brian Curl wants to stay undefeated. Folks, we'll be right back for this all-Australian matchup in the Rojas City Invitational Tournament. In that first quarter, great balance by both teams, but Team BK with the lead.
Yeah, gotta give all the credit to Darcy Ryder in that first quarter, Jeff. Very aggressive, scoring a lot of easy layups for Team BK. On the other side of the court, UAC, it was a three-point shooting by multiple players to really get them to trim the deficit for just to 4 points. The question always with Team UAC, Jeff, is can they limit their turnovers? In that first quarter, they already had 8 turnovers. That can happen if you're Team UAC.
Ball will stay on this side of the floor. Trying to find one of my lists. There we go. There's the list I'm looking for. We want to give a big shout out to our platinum sponsors in Big City Designs and Prints. Toyota Rojas City, Tanduay Rojas, RKF Industrial and Installation Corp, Cal's Poultry, Shuffles, F&E Enterprises Incorporated, Lionheart Security Agency, Plantanen Park, JP Orleans Realty Development Corp, Civic Merchandising Incorporated, Mega Gold Construction and Development, Avescor Motor Inc., Capes Electric Cooperative Inc., DY and Sons Trading Inc., Board Member Junjun Billones, Solid Motorcycle Distributor Inc., Historia Forest Garden, and Gold's Gym. Max Curl finally on the board there for Team BK. Took a full quarter before the leading scorer got his first points. Team BK is 22-16. Darcy Ryder with a great first quarter early on.
Off aggressive drives for Darcy Ryder, Jeff. He doesn't look that fast, but once he gets going downhill, he's very hard to stop.
Very strong, too. Don't let the look of Darcy Ryder fool you, folks. He plays with a level of aggression, with a level of strength that very few can match, especially in the NBL space or the National Basketball League of Australian space. Curl up top to Ryder. Uac the screen on Andre. The drive on the inside, the kick to the corner, one more pass. Max Curl fires a three. That's good again for Max Curl. But he can get those looks, Derek. Very, very, very difficult to stop Team BK with a downhill attacking Ryder and a hot shooting Max Curl.
Team UAC had no choice there, Jeff. With how efficient Ryder has been driving through the lane, it left Max Curl wide open. And with how good he's been shooting thus far, he'll make those every single time if he's that wide open.
And you add the size of Team BK with guys like Uac, Day, and Gray. Very good team is one Team BK. Finally, Solomon Cool attacking the rim, using that athleticism and that length. They need a lot more of that really from Solomon Cool for Team UAC.
His jumper has been off thus far in the tournament, Jeff. Great job there by Cool to not force another jumper. Decided to try and score in the paint, and there was rewarded with an end one opportunity.
Trying to tell Cool. Very tricky to wear jewelry when you're playing basketball.
Yeah. Can't lose your swag and aura, Jeff.
Negative aura now. 25-18 is our score. Solomon Cool looking for the end one. Unable to knock it in. Christian Pang with the rebound. Girl in transition. Attacks outside the Pang. Pang, strong to the hole, puts it up off the window. Christian Pang. They want to bank it home, Derek. Christian Pang, playing coach. A very unique position to be in if you're one Christian Pang. The miss by Cool. Front of the rim, a bit of a heat check moment that time from Solomon Cool. Ryder, Uac by the elbow. The handoff is to Ryder. Shot clock reads 12. Ryder attacks. Ryder nowhere to go. Ryder outside Uac. Pumps the top of the key three. Kurt Uac unable to knock it down. The rebound will go to Solomon Cool.
Great job there by ball back, Jeff. Finally limiting Ryder as he was trying to navigate through the paint, forcing himself a very long contested three there from Uac.
Right now, there seems to be a little bit of disagreement going on with UAC with what play they're running. And that is a foul, an offensive foul on Burkett. Oirem and Spencer will check into the game.
You mentioned it earlier, Jeff. Another offensive foul. I believe that's the sixth already of this ball game, just in the first half alone.
It's a 9-point lead for Team BK. You're right. We talked about it earlier, folks. They're going to call those offensive fouls a lot tighter. Ryder, open three, up, glide for Darcy Ryder. The lead is now 12 for Team BK, Derek.
It's been his ball game, Jeff. Talking about Darcy Ryder. He has been tough to stop, doing it on both ends. With like 5 inches height of difference, Darcy Ryder still gets the stop on Burkhead.
Machado hits the deck. Spencer with a bit of a take foul. I'm not sure if it will be called a take foul. Let's see what they call on the floor. The call on the floor, sorry, is that it's a regular foul. I'm not sure if it will be a take foul. But Spencer will be called for it. One of the things about Team UAC that they got to really work on is just continuity offensively. They seem to flip up a lot of their plays. And that time you saw it. The past couple of plays have been a lot of one-on-one in the half court, a lot of trying to get it down low, back out, repost, that type of situation. And Team BK, more than happy to oblige, or more than happy to have UAC run those kind of sets and then blow them up.
And the lack of continuity, Jeff, you mentioned it, has really hurt Team UAC. That's why they have a lot of turnovers every game. That's why they've struggled to play consistently for a full 40 minutes.
Ryder the miss, Spencer the rebound. Team UAC, if we can't get it done on offense, they might want to try and get it done on defense. That time they're able to get a stop. Burkhead, Burnett, good hands that time to Machado. Machado, Wiggness to drive, Wiggness attacks, great D by Spencer. Hit the deck. Team UAC with a stop. Up ahead they go to Bach. Up top he goes to Burkhead. Ryder on him. Burkhead, the cross-court pass, the ball. Bach for 3, unable to get it to go. Rebound will go to Max Earl. That time, Derek Matthew Burkhead had the advantage on Darcy Ryder.
A poor transition offense there from Team UAC. Jeff Burkhead had the huge height advantage over Ryder. I'm not sure why they settled for a 3 there from ball back.
Pick and roll, the Moody Wiggness to Kurt Uac. That has been a lethal combination for Team BK. That time the connection was pure. 32-18 now is the score. They go to Burkhead. Looking for the handoff to Spencer, not there. They go downstairs to Bull Bach against the Moody Wiggness. Hand-to-hand combat between Wiggness and Bach. And Bach draws the foul on Wiggness. Jacob Gray set to check into the game.
Foul number 7, Witness. At his first 14,
that buzzer will go on for days. Liam Fletcher also set to check into the game.
Hey, you mentioned Jeff, that buzzer can make anyone go deaf right now.
And that buzzer also goes on for quite some time. Glad the buzzer finally ended. 32-18 is our score, folks. The crowd here in Rojas City starting to pile in. We'll be right back. Ini sud pan bukan negara.
Kita nilipito. Oh, banda nilipito.
Welcoming everybody back live to the Rojas City Civic Center, or the Dingley Rojas Civic Center. Joy Dada on the call for the referees today, Derek. First game of Joy Dada. Very rare to see a female referee. Very terrific to see Joy Dada break boundaries, Derek, and be a pioneer, especially for women out there who not only want to play basketball, but find other ways to show their love and passion for the sport.
Yeah, don't let the size of one Joy Dada fool you, Jeff. He is one strict referee.
We haven't really seen her make a call today either. We'll see, though. As Wiggness attacks Wiggness to Jacob Gray. Gray puts that up and in. Pick and roll coverage with Tamore Wiggness, the maestro. That is Tamore Wiggness. UAC. Do they have an answer for that? We'll see. Burkhead cross court. 2-3 zone look now by Team BK. The 3 up by ORM, sorry. The foul will be on Fletcher.
Big free throws here for Jacob Oriem, Jeff. Because right now, Team UAC just limited to 2 points here in the second quarter. Finally a chance here to finally take the lid off the rim.
Team UAC throughout this entire tournament, they suffer a bit from these droughts that they go through. They get themselves a bit of a hole. Now is an opportunity to mount a comeback as ODM able to knock it down. James Spencer, ODM, out on the court. Burkhead, Andre, Bullbach. The 5 out on the court for UAC. Meanwhile, it's Mio DeGeer, Jacob Gray out on the court. Fletcher, Wiggness, and Ryder. Diumagir, sorry. ODM, unable to knock down the third free throw. 14-point game. Athletic catch that time from Wiggness. Out on top, they go to Ryder. They're moving the basketball. 2-3 zone now for UAC. Team BK not sure what they want to do here. Across by Ryder. Attacks downhill. Not what you want to do against a 2-3 zone, Derek.
The guy who got it, Darcy Ryder, just way too aggressive on that possession. This time, great defense by UAC, especially by one James Spencer. So he just put his hands up and used a lot of verticality.
Great move on the inside by Matthew Burkhead. Created space using that 7-foot frame and 7-foot elbows. Took it to the chest or the gut of Jacob Gray, able to get the two to fall.
The spacing there for Team UAC, Jeff, was very good. It was very hard for BK to double Burkhead, and he just used his 7-foot elbows to his advantage.
Wiggness, second chance opportunity now. Puts up the three, a looper, unable to get it to go. Another opportunity, it's Ryder for 3. That's good!
When you're hot, Jeff, you are hot again. Darcy Ryder now 2 threes here in the first half alone.
13 points in the game for Darcy Ryder. Andre now outside the Burkhead. He wants it back. He gets it back. They're staying within striking distance, Derek. UAC doing a great job of staying within arm's length of Team BK.
Yeah, Jeff, and right now they're going with a different look now. These past 2 possessions, this Team UAC on defense, opting for a 2-3 zone, really trying to force BK to beat them with their 3-point shooting.
Let's see if it works for them as Ryder hit the deck, or ran into, I believe, Solomon Cool. Great hustle play from Darcy Ryder, Derek, but a little bit too risky.
Oh, yeah.
Andre,
Cool was not expecting him to die for that one.
I don't think anybody was expecting that. But you love the effort from Darcy Ryder, Derek. Plays with aggression, plays with a high level of energy.
Now both teams, Jeff, going for a 2-3 zone now. We mentioned in the first quarter that both teams go man-to-man. Now mixing up their defense, probably learning from the college teams of the Philippines to try and mix up their defense.
Andre dribbling wizardry. Spencer trying to shoot over the top. Unable to knock it down. You're right, Derek. It's going to be a very interesting development as Wiggness just hard charging into the paint.
Picked up a tuna on that fishing expedition, Jeff.
He took out 2 guys, I think, on that drive. Brandon Day will check into the game. He only took out Bullbach.
Oh, yeah.
But he was with intent. Tamuri Wiggness aggressive to the hole.
But in this ball game, Jeff, Team BK knows when you're aggressive driving through the lane, they will reward you with free throws. Darcy Ryder's been to the line a couple of times, and now Tamuri Wiggness heading to the line, rewarded by going strong through the paint.
Very strong. Tamuri Wiggness is aggressive when it comes to going downhill. As Wiggness, 2 for 2. 39-25 now is the score. Andre out on the court, 2-3 zone looks up for Team BK. Move the basketball. Andre, Ryder on him. They swing it to the other side. Bach downstairs to Burkhead. Burkhead looking to pound on the inside. Burkhead, hook shot. There's a foul, I believe, on Brandon Days.
UAC on these past 2 possessions, Jeff, have done a concerted effort to really get Burkhead involved. They like this matchup between him and Brandon Day. I'm not sure why it says J here on our list, but Brandon Day, they like this matchup if talking about UAC.
And Burkhead has gotten a lot of touches so far in this game. They're making a very proactive effort to get Burkhead involved in the offense. Not just involved, but really put him in scoring positions.
Oh, yeah. And something very rare we've seen from Team UAC, Jeff, going with a twin tower combination now with both Burkhead and Yen in the ballgame at the same time.
Burkhead, free throws. Short on the first. Burkett, to my estimation, I'm pretty sure is about 7 foot tall. Burkett unable to knock free throws down. It stays a 14-point lead. Hugh McGear, Spencer on him. McGear attacks to the hole, unable to knock it down. Spencer with a spin, and keeping it alive. Ball Bach now with it. Bach the drive. Bach the kick. Andre, one more pass. The ball is moving. A little bit more energy now from Team UAC. They go downstairs in the end. The cut by Andre. Bach able to retrieve. McGear with good defense. Bach puts it up with the left. Unable to get it to go. But for the basketball, it's Team BK with the stop. McGear thought about it. John has daylight. John puts up the three. That's good. David John banging it home. Team BK, Derek, up by 17.
They tried to go zone there with Team UAC, and we mentioned that Team BK has not shot pretty well here from three in the tournament, but when it's that wide open, they will make you pay.
Spencer taking out the DIY kid. Not there that time. Part of the basketball is Theo McGear. Bach gets back defensively. The UAC Kings staring at a 17-point deficit. Good hands that time by Spencer. Zone looks still for the UAC Kings. McGear up top to Ryder. Bach meets him. Ryder. They leave Dio McGear wide open for three. The dodge bullet at that time. Talking about the UAC Kings. It's Bach now in transition. Bach attacks. Bach fakes. Nowhere to go. Cut off by Darcy Ryder. They go downstairs to Burkett. The kick one more time. It's Bach. They need it. They got it. Big shot from Ball Bach.
The corner jab has been very friendly to one ball back. 3 threes now in the ball game.
It's a long two.
Long two, sorry.
42-27, 15-point game. Ryder. Fletcher thinking three. Up short. Oh, it's an Elliott to Dio McGear.
I don't think the statisticians will count that as an assist, but again, great play by McGear, getting the 2 points, and I'm sure another extra rebound.
Burkett for three. That's short. The rebound will go to Team BK on the run in transition. McGear inside. Hit him with a Euro step. And he will draw the foul. Good aggressive take by Dio McGear, Derek. 27.9 as we near halftime. A platoon swap for UAC. De Bertoli, Myers, Burnett, and Cole will check into the game. Dio McGear going to the line. 2 free throws. Short on the first. 27.9 left to go. The Rojas City crowd filing in. Our final game of this day, folks. Later on, after this one, the De La Salle Green Archers, the champions of the UAAP, going up against our third place finisher in the NCAA tournament and the Perpetual Hub Altas. Bach, 44-27 is the score. 2-3 zone for Team BK. Bach holding on to this rock. Bach attacks. Bach drives. That is a foul. They're not moving the basketball, Derek. It's a big problem for UAC. They're opting to go downhill from the perimeter. They're not even showing any kind of high-low action, no flash action by the middle. Very difficult to beat a 2-3 zone unless your only option, based off your set, is to shoot over the top of it. That's what they've done a lot of so far in this quarter.
If there's one way to beat the zone jab, it's to move the ball, to really try and get the defense to work. That time, Ball Box just tried to go all by himself. Again, at least he was rewarded with 2 free throws. But again, if UAC wants to try and trim this deficit and beat the zone, they have to move the ball and go for a couple of high-low action to really get the defense to commit.
Only shooting 26% from three. Also, the UAC Kings need to clean that up a bit. McCullough, the fake. McCullough, the drive. The Euro, one more pass. The steal, that's a foul.
Late whistle that time, but it was a foul. And unfortunately for Team UAC, they are in the penalty, so it will be 2 free throws.
Cole will be called for the foul. McCullough will go to the line. 2.4 left to go here as we near halftime. Team BK with a dominant showing. Another one for Team BK as McCullough unable to knock down the free throw. McCullough. Second free throw. Unable to knock it down. The tip up and in. Brandon Days. The nightmares continue for the UAC Kings. They're unable to box out off of free throws. Looking up at an 18-point deficit.
That can happen to every team UAC. De Bertoli tried his best. You gotta have two bodies and a big like Brandon Gray. And that time just way too easy for the tip in. 18-point deficit. It's not impossible, but it's definitely a tough deficit to climb up from a team that's as
Hi, boss.
Miggy.
Cha, cha, cha.
Thank you for the question, Char. The preparation took us a few months now. Really a lot of moving parts to handle. Mga elements na we had to really get the hang of, and a lot of things we have to troubleshoot as well. It was kind of tricky, but eventually really maayos din. And seeing the crowd right now, seeing all the scenes fill up, very happy. I would say it's very successful.
Talaga pag nag-enjoy yung mga tao. Yun lang yung bayad sa lahat ng sa lahat ng efforts and hard work. Yes. And so what are your assessments on the games having witnessed last matchup since day one? Napaka-head-to-head battles and everybody's eyeing the championship.
Yeah, well, it's getting really intense, no? The first day, double upset again. So I think that alone made the whole tournament very interesting. And now the margin for error is really important. So every game counts, and it's getting interesting by the day. I'm excited to see what the outcome is after the elimination round.
Magkakaalaman na kung sino ang sa the games. Having said this, that was the first Rojas and in campus as well. What are the big plans that Rojas City has in store for sports?
Well, no, right now, I would say so far very successful na. It showed us how Rojas City actually came out. And yeah, so
Direct
I hope it is, and I'm very, very excited. So many.
Wala na
This
yan.
wouldn't
Mo, direct am
be
sila yung mga.
possible without
Another Derek.
Direct am sila niya. Kasi direct cross. Ah, dili. Di tanong betting.
was body for me, Coach Mike, all the committee, our production committee, our city government, our PND, PMP, PMU, officers that we have, and all the people in the back end that whole event really possible. So really, really grateful. So far, I would say super successful, super successful. So to the whole, to the people who make this possible, I want my sincerest gratitude.
Once again, Executive Director of the first ever Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026, Mickey Dagas, for your Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026.
Team sponsors: MBM Construction, NLB Construction, B-Shine Pharma, Kingsfield Rice Solutions, Wellmar Merchandising, Lux Production. Platinum sponsors: Big City Design and Prints, Toyota Rojas City, Tanduay Rojas, RKF Industrial and Installation Corp, Cal's Poultry, Shuffles, FNE Enterprises Inc. The Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Team sponsors: MBM Construction, NLB Construction, B-Shine Pharma, Kingsfield Rice Solutions, Wellmar Merchandising, Lux Production. Platinum sponsors: Big City Design and Prints, Toyota Rojas City, Tanduay Rojas, RKF Industrial and Installation Corp, Cal's Poultry, Shuffles, FNE Enterprises Inc., Lionheart Security Agency, Lantanan Park, JP Orleans and Realty Development Corporation, Civic Merchandising Inc., Mega Gold Construction and Development, Aviscor Motor Inc., Capiz Electric Cooperative Inc., BY and Sons Trading Inc., Dolce Via Beauty, Solid Motorcycle Distributor Inc., Historia Forest Garden. Other sponsors: PCPPI Iloilo, San Miguel Brewery Inc., Metro Rojas Water District, RV Marketing, Nature Spring, Gold's Gym, PLDT, JM Sports Apparel, Partners, Capiz Mansion Bye Bye, Aura Condotel, Aluncina, San Antonio Resort. The Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Team sponsors: MBM Construction, NLB Construction, B-Shine Pharma, Kingsfield Rice Solutions, Wellmar Merchandising, Lux Production. Platinum sponsors: Big City Design and Prints, Toyota Rojas City, Tanduay Rojas, RKF Industrial and Installation Corp, Cal's Poultry, Shuffles, FNE Enterprises Inc., Lionheart Security Agency, Lantanan Park, JP Orleans and Realty Development Corporation, Civic Merchandising Inc., Mega Gold Construction and Development, Aviscor Motor Inc., Capiz Electric Cooperative Inc., BY and Sons Trading Inc., Dolce Via Beauty, Solid Motorcycle Distributor Inc., Historia Forest Garden. Other sponsors: PCPPI Iloilo, San Miguel Brewery Inc., Metro Rojas Water District, RV Marketing, Nature Spring, Gold's Gym, PLDT, JM Sports Apparel, Partners, Capiz Mansion Bye Bye, Aura Condotel, Aluncina, San Antonio Resort.
Welcoming everybody back live to the Rojas City Invitational Tournament, an all-Australian matchup in our first game this evening. The UAC Kings versus Brian Curl basketball. Derek, a great half of play for Brian Curl basketball team UAC. An opportunity to rebound here and really mount a massive comeback, but they're gonna have to dethrone a king really. And Team BK, the favorites right now of this tournament.
Yeah, Jeff. Team UAC needs to dig deep here. If there's one way they can win, they have to win the hustle battle. They have not forced a lot of turnovers here in the first half. If there's a chance for them, they have to go back to the zone. But they got to make it more difficult. Some of the threes that Team BK got in the first half were just way too easy.
They got to make life difficult. Talking about UAC for Team BK, a lot has come easy for Team BK. Nearly got to go that time, did Max Curl. 46-28 now, 18-point deficit. It's not impossible. And if you're Team UAC, it's a matter of focus and execution. Up top they go to Burkhead. 10 to work with now for UAC. Andre the drive, nowhere to go, cut off. 7 to work with for Bull Bach. That's a foul on Machando.
Foul number 2. That the game attempted facing personal.
9:08 early in the third quarter in that first half. That second quarter, Derek, it's a 26-12 quarter for Team Brian Curl. The difference so far in this game, it's 46-28, an 18-point deficit. Bach with it now. Andre up top. Burkhead sipping it inside the Bach. The fake. Bach puts it up on him to get it to go. Great defense that time by Max Curl. Ryder in transition. Wigness with it, wants a pick and roll. Wigness zips at the Uac, puts it up and in. Pick and roll one more time. Wigness, Uac, the combination there, so difficult to stop.
Wigness put it at the right exact spot, Jeff, where Suic would only have to do a, didn't even need to dribble there, just went for an easy layup over the outstretched arm of Burkhead.
Burkhead, Andre, trying to squeeze it down low to Burkhead. Burkhead, the ball is on the floor, didn't know where it was. Picked up by Wigness. In transition, turning on the gas. Oh, what a move to Mori Wigness. It's a 22-point lead now for Team BK.
Wigness now, Jeff, setting the tone for Team BK. He has an assist on the last two previous possessions that time, going for a dipsy-do layup was to Mori Wigness.
Burkhead keeping the basketball alive. 10 to work with now for Team UAC. Andre with it, wants a pick and roll between him and Burkhead. Andre, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's a shot clock violation on Team UAC.
That's been how this ball game has gone, Jeff. Team UAC just too much dribbling, not making, again, the defense work. Opting to try and go for the pick and roll and one-on-one type plays. Meanwhile, for Team BK, they've done a really good job of moving the basketball.
50-28 right now is the score. Machando bringing the basketball up the front court. Too high screen with Max Curl. Look at the rescreen. It's Kurt Siwek. Machando trying to zip it inside the Curl. Puts that up and in. 52-28. Team UAC looking up at a 24-point deficit now. Spencer to Burkhead. The screen by Andre. Burkhead attacks inside. Blocked by Siwak. Wigness now in transition. Here comes Team BK. Ryder, the kick. It's Curl, the quarter pocket. Triple!
The favorites of this tournament, Jeff, are flexing their muscles. 27-point lead, their biggest of the ball game.
55-28, Team UAC, they need a breather. Same thing. They always execute something. Back live for this one, folks. Team UAC. It's a 27-point game. Andre across the timeline. Darcy Ryder on him. Burnett with it. Outside up top, they go to Andre. They go to Bach. Burkek posting up down low. Spencer open three. They need it. Can't get it. Rebound will go to Ignis. 57-28.
Even though that shot didn't go UAC's way, Jeff, that's what they need to continue to do. Just trust their sets, trust their system. Eventually the shots will fall.
Ryder to the hole. And it's now a 29-point deficit. Where's the offense going to come from now for Team UAC? Burkek with it. Burkek looking for the handoff. Not there. Andre slips to the bottom. Burkek pounding against Uac. Burkek finally got that shot to fall. They needed that one in the worst way possible. Sorry, the score's 59-28. Trying to get an update on the score. It says 59-28. Should be 59-30. So it's 57-28. Okay. Just want to make sure. Wow, it was a...
Now they updated the score on the screens anyway. 57-30.
Should be, I mean, yeah, now it's updated. There you go. 57-30 is the score as Burkek short on that one. Gray on the rebound. Before that, Derek, it was an 11-0 run for Brian Curl basketball. The heavy favorites flexing their muscle in this one. Machando with a rock. Going downhill is Machando. Driving, left-handed, not there. Rebound, Gray. Gray strong to the hole.
Team BK is just too big down low in the post, Jeff. There are a couple of black jerseys there down low in the post, but Gray was just too big.
Too big, too strong. Team Brian Curl. They are up by 29 as Nien will check in for Burkek. So far in this game, Derek, Burkek has been very aggressive, been very active, but the rest of the UAC Kings really have been stymied by the defense of Team Brian Curl.
Yes, you have guys like James Spencer and Jacob Orium, their main guys on offense for Team UAC, have struggled thus far getting it going. Credit the defense for Team Brian Curl, really honing on their game plan to stop their two guards.
Myers, the float game, able to knock it in, cut the lead down to 27. Open, Ignis, fakes one way, goes the other. The steal by Myers. UAC, they need points in a hurry. Bach, alley-oop. That time they get it to go. As Nien, back-to-back hits now for UAC. That is a great positive for Team UAC. Hugh McGear attacks, kick, Curl, thought about it. The defense gets back for Team UAC. Near steal by Myers. Ignis loads a three. Front of the rim, no, and the rebound will go to Burnett. Ball Bach now in transition. Bach bumps. Bach nowhere to go. Good defense by Curl. Kick to the corner. One more pass. Another one. Burnett, they need it. They got it. Good 7-0 run by UAC.
Yeah, they're more aggressive now. Talking about UAC on the defensive side of the floor. That has been the secret for the 7-0 run.
Inside to Machando. That's a foul. And he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Still a mountain to climb for Team UAC, Jeff. But now they have life after being on the other end of an 11-0 run. Now Team UAC more aggressive, finally starting to get their energy up.
59-37 is our score. Leading scorers in the game, Max Curl with 10 points. Darcy Ryder with 15. Been a great game for Darcy Ryder. Team off for Team UAC. It's Matthew Burkek with 10. Bol Bach with 9. And it's been pretty spread out for Team UAC. If they can get it to 15 by the 4th, they are in business.
Yep, that's what they need to do, Jeff. Just continue to chip away, chip away. 22 is a very huge deficit, but if they continue to just play their game, again, trust their system, trust their sets, eventually they could make this a more manageable ball game heading into the fourth quarter.
15 is the magic number of your team UAC. 4:30 left to go here in this quarter. Myers been a spark plug for them both offensively and defensively. Myers with it up top. David John on him. Handoff. That's the ball block. Hugh McGear on him. They go to the end. Looking for Burnett. Shot clock reads 6, reads 5. Got to go here if you're Nyen. Gets it to Bach inside. Bach elevates, unable to get it to go. McGear in transition. McGear, Nyen gets back. Nobody home that time for Team BK, Derek. The ball will go back to Team UAC.
Bit of miscommunication there from Wignes and Hans. They didn't know where McGear was trying to pass the ball, ending up turning it over.
23-point deficit, again, not impossible, folks. But they're going to have to really beat or tighten up the screws against the favorite of this tournament. Flimsy dribbling that time by Myers. John Nyen picked him off. The ball will stay on this side of the floor.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
17 on the shot, 3:52 on the game clock. As you wind down the third quarter. Myers fakes. Myers drives. Myers the reverse, unable to get it to go. Wignes now with it. The screen by Gray. Wignes goes downhill, puts it up, nowhere to go. That is a foul. Burnett able to draw it. So we go down the other way to Team UAC.
He's first.
Ryder back in. UAC only shooting 35% from the field, Derek. Also 5 of 18 from 3 for 27%. Got to up that percentage if you want to have a chance against Team BK.
Yep, but they have done a better job now, Jeff, these past few minutes. Really being more aggressive, moving the ball on offense.
Bach for 3, in and out. But a foul on the floor. Ball will stay with Team BK.
It won't show up on the box score, Jeff, but what Looney Nyen has done here in the third quarter has really made the difference for Team UAC. His hustle has really given them more life, given them extra possessions.
And they need every little inch they can possibly get, again, if they want to beat Team BK. 60-37 is the score. 23-point lead, 3:22 to go in the third. Magic number for Team UAC is 15. Can they get there? Myers with it, pumps up 3. That's good for Myers. They're back at 20. A big run now from Team UAC. Darcy Ryder on the attack. Ryder attacks down low. It's Gray. I don't think that should count. Foul should be on the floor. I believe the call being made by referee Joy Dada this time, Derek. Again, the foul was on the floor clearly.
Oh, yeah.
So that shot will not count. Gray will be going to the line.
Foul number 6. Okay, number calling the position and personal to the UAC.
But apparently, UAC is not in the penalty yet.
Oh, yeah.
Ball should be sidelined out of bounds.
Smart foul there by Bertoli, Jeff. You saw it in that play. He tried his best to try and prevent Gray from scoring in the paint. Just too strong was Gray.
But a good decision nonetheless. 60-40 is our score. 3:03 left to go. McGear will inbound. McGear gets it back. Up top now to Darcy Ryder. Myers will defend him. Ryder wants to go downhill. Ryder, jump shot, back of the rim, part of the board. Gray inside. Fight for it. And Solomon Cool. Another stop for UAC, Derek.
Yep, again, Looney Nyen doing it on both sides of the floor, Jeff. Really helping Team UAC. And Murray Myers, it's been the two of them, Jeff. Their bench has finally woken up Team UAC in this third quarter.
Murray Myers from downtown. And will cut the lead at 17. UAC, they are breathing, folks. They have life. McGear the drive. McGear float shot. No. Gray inside. Gray puts it up. No. McGear tips it in. Great sign by UAC, Derek. Getting multiple stops. They need more of those if they want to come back.
Yeah, even though Team BK was still able to score that possession, Jeff, you gotta love the defensive effort shown there for Team UAC.
Tough shot that time from Myers. A stop by Team BK. Ryder, Myers on him. McGear, and one. Strong to the hole, Liam McGear. The lead is back up to 21.
Back-to-back buckets for Team Brian Curl, Jeff. Great use of McGear, using his athleticism. There was nothing De Bertoli could do there except commit the foul.
A minute and 54 left to go here in the third quarter. So far in this entire quarter, 15-14 advantage UAC with how aggressive they've been playing defensively, especially protecting the painted area and closing out on shooters. Big reason why they kind of have a little bit of life here, folks. Multiple stops to end this quarter, multiple buckets. If they get to 15 or lower, they're definitely cooking and definitely in business come the fourth quarter. John able to rebound, not what you want if you're Team UAC. I'm not sure what the call is. I believe the ball will stay on this side of the floor.
I believe it was just a shot clock malfunction, Jeff. They went to 24 instead of the 14, since Team BK did have possession of the basketball.
21-point lead for Team Brian Curl. Ryder will inbound. John puts it up right away. Oh, what a shot by David John!
Just when we thought Team UAC had life, Jeff, Team BK with a couple of buckets here to go bring their lead back to 24.
67-43 now if you're Team UAC. You cannot give up. And that is a foul that time. Aggressive. It's Jared Burnett. And he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Hans will take a seat. Pang will come out onto the court. Jared Burnett will go to the line for 2 free throws. Short arm the first. 90 seconds left to go as we near the fourth and final frame. Back rim on the second for Burnett. Ryder now pushing the pace for Team BK. Lost it. It's a foul on Ryder. Myers took a little bit of damage.
There's one thing Ryder loves to do, Jeff. It's crashing the floor. Another hustle play there by Ryder. It didn't work to his advantage, but you gotta love his heart for Team BK.
Myers out on the court. Along with De Bortoli, Cool, Burnett and Yen. Yen will get it to Myers. It's been his quarter. Myers attacks. Cool pumps a corner three. That's short. Rebound will go to Christian Pang as Myers and Days. Myers got hit earlier, so he's a little bit incensed.
Oh, yeah.
Days hit the deck. I'm not sure what happened there.
If you're Myers, Jeff, there's one guy you don't want to piss off. It's one Brandon Day. The man is a mountain.
It's a big dude. 67-43. Cooler heads will prevail. So he's trying to figure out what happened. Myers on the attack. The kick to the corner is Cool. Boxing out. Ooh, wow, Brandon Days with a UFC type move on Myers. So I can definitely understand why Myers is very unhappy. But the Brandon Days defense, he kind of had to protect himself.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it was the right way to protect yourself.
Myers tried his best to keep Brandon Day off the paint. I'm sure he used all of his might there, but still could not prevent Brandon Day. Instead, falling on the floor, and now we have a review on the court.
67-43 is our score. We'll be right back. Foul on Myers. I believe there'll be 2 free throws down this way and 2 free throws down the other way. Let's see. They're trying to go back and make another decision here. I'm not sure. Sir De Cañete, our technical director. So they'll hit Days with an unsportsmanlike foul. So Myers will go to the line for 2 free throws with 1 minute and 7 left to go. Able to knock down the first. Myers, he has been the spark plug in this quarter, Derek, really breathing life to the UAC cause.
Yeah, Jeff, his energy has been contagious. Him and Yen really doing it on both sides of the floor.
He has 11 points. A good majority of those points in this quarter. Murray Myers showing that he has no quit. De Bortoli, Burnett with it. Up top to Myers. Myers looking to attack. Myers pumps a 3. Got it to go! It's his quarter, Derek.
Another 3 for Myers. I believe it's his 4th 3 of this third quarter.
67-47. Myers trying desperately to bring Team UAC back into it. Fletcher attacks. Fletcher dives into the paint. That is a foul. I believe it's on Yen. Fletcher will go to the line for 2 free throws. Derek Myers trying his absolute best to breathe life into UAC, but he's not going to be able to do it by himself.
Exactly. They need more players of Team UAC to put in that kind of effort, that kind of desperation, because they are the only team left in this tournament to be winless, Jeff. They haven't gotten Jacob Orium going. James Spencer has struggled this game. It's been all Murray Myers and Matthew Burkett. They need more from their main guys if they want to try and make some more interesting ball game.
Oh, Brandon Days able to secure the rebound. You're correct, Derek. They need to do it as a team, a committee, to really come back and shock Team Brian Curl. 68-47. They dodge a bullet there that time. As Myers now downhill. Myers inside to Nien. Nien lost it on the way up. Fletcher hit him with a foul. He'll go to the line. If they get it below 20, they might be in business if they can get below 20.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than looking up in that 1 point and having it matter towards the end.
Because they have trailed by as much as 29 points, yeah. So to bring it under 20 points would be a really huge win for Team UAC.
Nien will go to the line, 2 free throws. Hit the side of the rim. Got to adjust. Got to get loose if you're Nien. 34.4 left to go. Nien, second free throw. So Looper of a shot, Days of the rebound. Ryder will bring in the ball up the front court. Pang. Pressure defense from UAC. The release is Fletcher. Pang. Hand off Fletcher. Back off top to Ryder. The screen by Days. Ryder attacks. Ryder. Leave a foul called. Not sure what the call on the floor is. Wasn't able to see it.
There's a bit of miscommunication between the referees. I believe one ref had a blocking foul while the other ref had an offensive foul, and the offensive foul will prevail.
Offensive foul, ball going down the other way. 16 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Another opportunity for Team UAC. If they can get below 20,
all right,
I think they have a chance. And this is the man to help them do it. Myers with the rock. 12-11. Myers got to go here. 10 to work with the screen by Nien. Myers turns on the gas. Flip shot Myers, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
This is the opportunity, Jeff. You mentioned it earlier. The magic number is to get below 20. 2 free throws here for Myers can bring them within the magic number. A more manageable deficit for Team UAC heading into the fourth quarter.
With 5 seconds left, Derek, Murray Myers with an opportunity to just hit that magic number. Unable to knock down the free throw. Tamudia Wignes has been on ice for quite some time. Machado on ice for quite some time too. Unable to knock down both free throws. Pang Myers. But I believe the ball will go back to UAC. Great effort by Myers there.
Another hustle play from Murray Myers. He knew he had to make it up after missing 2 free throws. But I believe they did call a foul. So Myers just a bit too aggressive on that possession.
So Pang able to draw the foul. 3.2 left to go. In this quarter, it's a 22-19 quarter by Team Brian Curl. It's Pang unable to knock it down. In this quarter, UAC has been able to eliminate the possibility of them being obliterated in this game. Staying competitive, and that's exactly what you want if you're Team UAC. Pang, 0 for 2. Bach, gonna put this one up from 3/4 court. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. 68-47, Team Brian Curl up by 21. We'll be right back for the fourth and final frame. Welcome back live to the Rojas City Invitational Tournament. 68-47 with more on both teams. Let's go to our courtside reporter, Charo Angelio. Charo?
Thanks, Jeff. We are now in the fourth quarter of the exciting matchup between Uac-Keysborough and Brian Curl Academy. Two Australian teams going head-to-head here at the Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Uac-Keysborough is facing an uphill battle as Brian Curl Academy has built a significant lead. The third quarter ended with Brian Curl Academy ahead 68-47. With just 1 quarter remaining, UAC will need to make substantial adjustments and mount a strong comeback to close the gap. Can Uac-Keysborough turn things around in the final quarter, or will Brian Curl Academy continue to dominate and secure the win? Stay tuned, the final quarter is underway. This is the first ever Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Charo, our courtside reporter. As UAC down by 21, Derek. Myers will take a seat. Looking like the starting 5 is back out on the court. For Coach Cameron Andre. Getting stops now, our Team UAC. They need a lot of these in this fourth quarter. Bach for 3. Unable to knock it down. Tiptoeing the baseline. It's Matthew Burkett. Bad pass into Burkett cross court. David John will sail in for the 2.
Horrible pass there from Burkett, Jeff. He had Spencer and Andre wide open. Decided to go for a cross-court pass, a very risky pass, and it ended in a turnover.
Turnover, that one hurts if you're UAC. Trying to inch back into this game. The three, unable to knock it down that time by ODM. The clock ticking away. Machando with the basketball now. Fletcher, defended by Bolbach. The screen by Hunter Hans. Fletcher, step back, jump shot. Unable to get it to go. Multiple stops now for Team UAC, Derek.
Yeah, but on this side of the floor, Jeff, they've also gone cold, settling for just contested 3-pointers.
Andre, ODM on the attack. ODM on the left, unable to get it to go. If you're Coach Cameron Andre, might want to put Myers back in the game already. Inside Hans, the layup, good.
The effort for Team UAC, Jeff, has to be better. It showed there in the third quarter with Nian and Myers, but this time with the starting five, we have yet to see that kind of heart or hustle for a team that hasn't won in this tournament yet.
72-47, Machando attacks, Machando puts it up, and he will draw the foul. 7:40 left to go in this game. It's a 25-point deficit now for Team UAC. Machando, 2 free throws. He will knock down the first, or unable to knock down the first, sorry. Team BK, Derek. Team BK, Max Curl and Timothy Wignes, along with Kurt Seawick, have been on ice for quite some time, though very understandable, up by 26.
Oh, yeah. They have not needed the services of Timothy Wignes and Kurt Seawick in this entire second half, Jeff. Still a very huge lead for Team BK.
Bach attacks, Bach down low, inside to Matthew Burkheck. And Christian Pang took the worst of that one. As Burkheck will go to the line for 2 free throws. Pang will be called for the foul. It's Machando, McCullough, Hunter Hans out on the court, Dio McGear, and Christian Pang as Burkheck unable to knock down the free throw. 4-minute mark, let's mark it. If they can get it down to 16.
It will still be very hard considering how good Team BK is. But again, if you're Team UAC, you just have to really end this game on a high note so that you can still carry this on to the next game. Because that next game for them is going to be very crucial for them to have even a remote chance of advancing to the next round.
Andre will sail to the hole. 73-50. 4-minute mark, 16. That's the magic number if you're Team UAC to somehow stay competitive. They flipped up their defense that time. A full court look, 2-3 zone look now for Team UAC. Spencer, pressure. Machando inside, kick out is to McCullough. Fires for 3, up, back on the rim. Burkheck on the rebound. James Spencer now with it, pushing. Andre back out to James Spencer. Swing is to Bo Bach. Wide open 3. They need it, can't get it. Bach on the rebound. Bach puts it back up and in. Pressure defense now from Team UAC, Derek. Andre nearly got it. Pang, open 3, up. That one is front of the rim, no. Spencer on the rebound. Spencer will push. Spencer stops on a dime. Outside to Andre, they need it. Unable to get it, the rebound will go to McCullough. 6-minute mark, 73-52 for UAC. Pang, McGear, up top they go to Machando. Machando attacks, reverses, tend to work right here for Machando. Machando in the painted area. Not sure what the call on the floor is. They're trying to figure it out. That's a foul, I believe, on Jacob Oriem. Myers now checks back into the game.
believe they waited way too long to bring in Myers in the game, Jeff. He was the spark plug for Team UAC. Nearly made it less than 20 now. It's back to 21-point deficit for Team UAC.
I believe a foul is called. The ball will go down the other way to Team UAC. What we can definitely appreciate is that UAC has competed very well in that third quarter. Spencer will take a seat.
But in this game, Jeff, if only James Spencer and Jacob Oram had a better game for Team UAC, they would have had a much better chance. Because aside from that, they have struggled from the free throw line, shooting 6 of 20. It would have been a totally different ballgame if they just made their free throws.
Good defense on the inside by Hunter Hans. Rejecting the end that time. Here comes Dio McGear. McGear picked up his dribble outside to McCullough. They're moving the basketball. Max Curl now back in the game. McGear attacks. McGear to McCullough. Shot clock winding down to 8. Hunter Hans fires for 3. That's good for Hunter Hans. Hits him with a TikTok Sally that time, Derek. Hans on the blitz.
That might have been it, Jeff, for Team UAC. A 3 from Hans and a turnover here, and a bucket on this possession would shut the door on Team UAC, but a miss by McGear on that possession.
Myers now steps on the gas. Myers looks up outside to Trent Andre. Back out up top. It's a De Bortoli. Not sure what happened to the hand of McCullough. Might have been there when he went for the ball on Myers, but an injury timeout. They called the play dead. We'll be right back, folks. Again, freeze. Wala panahon sa marawag ng bola.
Substitution. Ball back for Solomon Poole.
Last chance. Back live for this one. McCullough will take a seat. The UAC Kings with another opportunity. Myers for 3. In and out for Myers. It's been his game, Derek. Boy, did they need that one to fall.
Good look there from Myers. I just could not get it to fall. UAC's had a couple of those in this ball game. They were able to generate good looks, but overall, it has not been their night.
4:26 left to go in this game.
Warning, bench of Brandon Kennedy.
So far in this game, UAC only shooting 32%, Max Curl shooting 42%. Biggest lead of the game was 29 earlier on. Points in the paint difference, 46-18 in favor of Team Brian Curl. They've just had a lot more offensive diversity. Their shot diet has been a little bit more versatile than UAC. A little bit maybe underselling it. As Dio McGear comes this way, fires a 3, front of the rim, the rebound fought for. Ball Buck comes up with it. Cross court to Myers. To De Bortoli. Outside to Nien. Nien looking for the handoff. Myers receives. Myers pumps a 3. That's good again for Myers. 21-point deficit. Gotta love the effort from Myers, Derek. He has been terrific.
He has been the lone source of offense for Team UAC, Jeff. Up to 18 points now is what Murray Myers all in the second half.
Darcy Ryder, though, the spark plug from earlier on for Team BK. Continuing his aggressive play. Ryder will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Substitution. Darren Burnett for Third Tucker. Shooting team for Darcy Ryder.
Ryder, first free throw. Unable to get it to go.
That has been the issue here, Jeff, with both Australian teams. They are struggling from the free throw line. It's just not in this game either. Both teams have been struggling from the line today. Team BK just 9 of 22. And on the other end, Team UAC, again, 14 missed free throws, way too many for Team UAC.
That is a lot of missed free throws. I'm not sure if that's accurate. We got to confirm the table. They're shooting 30% from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the other way, shooting 40% from the free throw line. Myers for three, unable to get it to go. You're happy with that shot attempt from Myers. He has been hot in the second half. 77-55, part of the basketball inside. That's Max Curl. Leading scorer, Derek, adding to his total in this one. 79-55, Team Brian Curl adding to their lead.
Again, Jeff, the hustle game has favored Team BK. That's a 20th second chance point and 21st offensive rebound. That is a recipe of success for Team Brian Curl to come out with a victory.
Max Curl knocking it down. 79-55. Fletcher checks in. Curl will take a seat. That will be it for Max Curl. Machando, Uac, Wignes, they're done for the night. David John, Christian Pang probably done for the night as well. Myers, though, still aggressive. Burnett with it up top. 16 to work with here for Team UAC. Bo Bach with it. Hugh McGear tries to fight over the screen. The corner pass, Burnett trying to control. Myers now with 6 to work with. Hugh McGear able to pick it off. McGear will fly to the rim. De Bortoli able to secure. Back to De Bortoli they go. The crowd in anticipation.
Oh, yeah.
Hugh McGear looked like he had a runway, Derek. But good defense by Team UAC. Burnett with it up top. Moves, grooves, outside the ball block. A turnover, the ball will go to Team Brian Curl.
Substitution, Deborah John for Darcy Ryder.
2:19 left to go, Derek. Great effort by UAC in the second half. Compared to the first half, it's 34-27. The first half was where Team Brian Curl really created that separation and built a massive lead as John unable to knock it down. Fight for the basketball between Yen and Days. John puts it up the floater. Not there. Myers to the rebound. Final 2 minutes of this one as Myers turns on the gas. The kick to De Bortoli. De Bortoli out up top to Burnett. Bull Bach denied the handoff. Good defense that time by Christian Pang. Looking for Bull Bach one more time. Bach with daylight. Bach attacks. Bach the kick. Burnett for three. That one's up. That one's front of the rim. No. Front of the basketball. It's Hunter Hans. In transition. Team UAC gets back. Myers went for the steal. Out on top they go. The David John. 87 seconds left to go in this one. Outside the Hunter Hans. Thought about the three. Attacks on the inside. Great defense by Myers. Myers hit the deck. Ball Buck now in transition. Pang right there with him. Myers thought about it. The screen. Attacks the floater. Short. Yen flips it outside. De Bortoli. Burnett thought about it. Back on top to Myers. Pang right there with him. 6 to work with. 5 to work with here for Myers on the attack. Great defense by Christian Pang, Myers, and Days.
Again, Myers, Jeff, getting involved in another skirmish. Just a bit, again, over-aggressive was Murray Myers, resulting in a foul.
That's twice now between Myers and Brandon Days.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that is not an ideal boxing matchup.
Yeah. There's one thing about Murray Myers, Jeff. He is very fearless.
I love that tenacity. Gotta love it. Trent Andre will come out onto the court. Myers will take a seat. More likely than not, his night is done. Christian Pang will go to the free throw line in this game, Derek. Shooting percentages, Brian Curl shooting 40% from the field. UAC 31%. Turnover battle. 19 for UAC, only 12 for Brian Curl basketball. They're taking care of the basketball, Brian Curl. They used their advantages really well. They flipped up their defense when they needed to, Derek. And they will go home up 3-0 as they move to day number 4.
Yeah, Jeff, this win basically secures Team Brian Curl a spot in the top 2 in the playoff round in the Rojas City Invitational Tournament. Great showing for the guys in blue.
82-55. The only thing left now, folks, is the final score. Terrific effort again by the team, or by Team UAC Kings, the boys from Melbourne, in the second half. The first half was just too big of a deficit to overcome. Andre now with it, final 20 seconds. Shot clock is now off. They lob it inside in the end, and try as they might, the UAC Kings unable to cut into the deficit. Darcy Ryder with a terrific showing in this one.
And he showed it there, Jeff. In the first quarter alone, Ryder with 8 points of aggressive drives. Team UAC just could not find an answer for him.
And that time, Fletcher will add his name to the box score. 84-55. In the Battle of Australia, Team Brian Curl will take home the W. 84-55. We got one more game up next. It's the DLSU Green Archers, the UAAP defending champions, versus the third place finisher from a season ago in the NCAA, the Perpetual Hell Altus. We'll be right back with our best player of the game.
That ends the matchup between Brian Curl Academy. That ends the matchup between Brian Curl Academy and UAC. I have here the player of the game, Darcy Ryder, with a whooping 16 points. 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Darcy, congratulations. Your team is still undefeated, and you still have one more game tomorrow. What should we expect from your team?
We're just trying to come here, represent our academy back home. So tomorrow we're looking to go undefeated. Just go out there, leave everything on the floor for all of you guys. Thank you.
How does it feel going up against another Australian team?
It felt good. It felt like we're at home. Probably not as physical as the other 2 games, but yeah, they're super skilled and they're our boys from Melbourne. So yeah, it was really good to compete against another Australian team.
Yeah. Would you like to say thank you to the people who are watching here and to your sponsors as well?
We can't thank the people back home enough. All our BK community, all the kids back home that we strive to be role models for, and we can't thank the Philippines, especially Rojas City, the mayor, for putting this on for all of us, and thank you.
Right, all for the grassroots basketball and for the people to be inspired from your games. Once again, the player of the game, Darcy Ryder. This is still your Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026.
Solid team sponsors: MBM Construction, NLB Construction. The Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Team sponsors: MBM Construction, NLB Construction, B-Shine Pharma, Kingsfield Rice Solutions, Wellmar Merchandising,